Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm wearing exactly the same clothes as yesterday, and there's a reason for that. I'm recording some videos for some Alexa stuff that I'm doing, and I didn't finish yesterday, so these are new. It's actually a different polo. It's a different shirt that just happens to be the same color, but I look exactly the same as I did yesterday, and it's because I need continuity through the video. So putting the costume back on and doing it for all of you. Hey, Gold Zulu, good morning. How are you? Happy Friday to Kevin Evans and Gold Zulu for being here. I spent my whole morning going through some baseball cards. I did a card break last night, and it was nuts. The auctions went crazy. Zach Man is here. Love it, love it. Jan Blank is here. Everybody's showing up. It's time for a party. But last night's auction was a good one. And we found some good cards, found some good autographs. It was fun. So if you're into baseball cards even slightly, maybe even as a kid, get in the next one. It's a lot of fun. Kevin, did you end up getting a team? I haven't gotten through them all yet. Did you pick somebody up? Anyway, Kevin got sniped. That's too bad. Yeah, it was crazy. On top of that, I've had boxes and boxes of cards sitting on eBay for a couple weeks. And in the last 2 days, they've all sold, like all of them. So I'm going to order a bunch more and put those on eBay too, and we'll see how it goes. But it's been an interesting ride, this baseball card journey. It's not a career. It's not a let's leave my job and start a business kind of thing, but it certainly is fun. And I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Meeting some cool people. It's a whole different aspect of my life that I didn't have before. I have lived in the tech world for 20 years and haven't really ventured out of that too much. I played a lot of competitive volleyball most of my life up until like a year ago when I hurt my back. And that was a different collection of people. But I like being parts of different communities. And this baseball card thing is exposing me to a whole new set of people that I would never have otherwise met. And I think they have a lot of appreciation for the technology stuff that I bring to the table because my breaks are technical and interesting and different and use software and stuff like that, where most of them wouldn't even know where to start with that stuff, which is kind of cool. Anyway, we don't have a long stream today because I have a million things to do, including recording some videos. So I thought we'd just kind of get right into today, spending our time thinking about what we did yesterday. I'll show what we did yesterday, and then thinking about how we want to approach this for answering the answer part of questions. So, and then we have a bunch of other APL stuff that we need to do in here, and we'll add those as our requirements grow. Another thing that I'm very excited about, I think, we'll see if this is actually true, but I think I've solved the freezing camera problem. I know that is something that we have been dealing with, and I feel like we might be good now. We'll see. I'm basing it entirely on the fact that I think the USB tool that I was using, I don't know if I have one here. Anyway, it's called a CamLink. It's made by Elgato. It's a great device, but I think there's something about my computer that maybe it's not giving it enough power or something. I'm going to take it into Micro Center and see if I'm having any power issues. But I think there wasn't enough power sometimes, and it would blip enough to like make the device stop and freeze. And so I also have an internal capture card that I wasn't using. I used to use it for like when I would plug my Mac in, but it's not getting used right now. So I'm running the camera through that. And I think now we'll have consistent power that will keep our camera going. So we'll find out though. We'll see. Maybe it was the camera the whole time and I didn't realize it. All right. So getting into some code, let's jump over to our developer view. We're going to first fire up our service. I just want to show you, recap what we did yesterday, recap for myself, really, the APL that we created. And we can do this by saying open Jeff's trivia game. And then when we ask it for a question, here I can get rid of this. All I really care about is the device display. We'll do large
TKO
hub.
trivia,
Oh, okay.
where the questions are impossible and the achievements are meaningless. Achievement unlocked. This is the 5th time you've opened TKO trivia. What should we do this time?
I like when a little achievement surprises me. That's lovely. All right, so we don't have anything on our loading screen, although we will. We should have like a nice logo or something. But when we ask a question, and let's pick one that we haven't done, give me a United States question.
You don't currently own the United States category,
right.
But you can unlock it. Would you like to know more?
Here, let's do this. We're past all the purchasing stuff, so I'm just going to give myself a subscription.
To choose a specific category, you have to purchase.
I'm going to get the subscription.
If you want to get access to all TKO Trivia all categories subscription is free for 2 days. Please say your 4-digit code. Great. You're signed up.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. We really appreciate your support. I picked a tricky United States question this time. Despite its prominence in United States history, what service ran only about 18 months, ending just after the outbreak of the Civil War?
I don't actually know the answer to this. Is it the Pony Express? I might know the answer to it. Where is my...
Okay, what is your answer?
The Pony Express. I was correct. Okay. So back here, we can see that. And then what we want to do is say the Pony Express.
Dynamite! You got that one right. The answer was the Pony Express. What should we do this time?
And you can see that the question is still living on the screen. So this is another thing that I really want to be very conscious of, is that, yes, I'm going to put an answer here, but I feel like once I'm done with my answer, once they tell me they want to do something else, I should always wipe away the thing that was on the screen, because otherwise these things kind of hang around. So anyway, we're just going to focus on getting the answer to show today, because like I said, I don't have a ton of time. We're probably 45 minutes to an hour max today. There's another thing I wanted to do, and we got to figure out how to turn this on. Settings, preferences, settings, text editor. I have to figure out where this is. Features. Is it an extension? Here, we're gonna go look at this, because I thought this was kind of a cool thing I saw this morning, but I got to figure out how to turn it on. I'm gonna go to the Twitters. Oh my God, I have so many notifications. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to come back and read those. Let's see. Where? Oh, let's go to my profile because I retweeted this morning. No. This. Consider using the built-in developer screencast mode. How do I do this? Show me how I turned it on. That's what I really want. Developer toggle screencast mode. Okay, we gotta do that. So let's come back here. Help. No. Was there if we go back to the settings, preferences, settings, was there a section for like developer? I guess I can search. Screencast mode? Screencast mode. No, that's not what I want though. Appearance? No. Screencast mode. Controls how long the keyboard overlay is shown in screencast mode. This is great, but how do I turn on screencast mode? That's the thing I'm not seeing here. I see the settings. I don't see how I turn it on. Whoa. I just do. I did not mean to split you. Well, that's a disaster. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do at all, though. Let's go back, see if we can see it again. Twitter. This video is not very good. So let's go back. Toggle screencast mode. Let's go look at that. Seeing it? I don't see it. I don't see how I turn it on. I want to turn this on. Command-Shift-P. Toggle. That's it? Oh, look at that. Now it highlights my clicks, and it should show all of my typing. So, okay, now let's see. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, so what we want to do is get to our build answer. That's really where a lot of this magic is going to happen. And so that is down here. Build question? No, I don't have a build answer. I have an answer intent. Answer intent does a bunch of stuff. We get all of the data that we need for the answer. If they gave a wrong answer, doesn't matter. I don't really care. If they gave a wrong answer, then we just get some like text to say like, wow, you got it wrong, whatever. But we have the question. Where do we have the question? Handler input does have the whole question in session. Question instance is here. We have answer and answer note. This is if our case is if they said something wrong, then we're going to do this. And we have answer and answer note right here. That's great. And then down here at the bottom is must be where I'm doing the stuff, right? So I have answer and answer note and outcome sound and speech count. All of that is great because I don't really care whether they got it right or wrong. I still want to show this answer. So it feels like I could probably just do it like right here. So if we think about ask question and what we're doing here, this is where we this is where we were doing our APL. So I'm going to take this piece here, like so. Look at that. Shows all the keystrokes I'm using. This is pretty cool. Okay, so this is going to be answer. This is going to be answer data. What do you guys think of that? Is that cool or is that annoying? Having that pop up on the screen like that. Screen answer. We should say answer screen text. We're in there. And then we're going to set some properties. Our APL directive is going to look like this. Otherwise, we're going to have a card, and this is going to be, do I have like, I have answer, but the answer is like the actual, what am I doing? So much to get back in my head. We can get out of this video now. Airtable. Yeah, I like it so far. If we come into our data and we look at speech type, speech, we say correct answer. It just says, you got that one right. In fact, that's the only one I've got in there right now. Okay. So in my code, I say wrong answer, and this is where I pop something in, or I say, you got that one right. But then down here, I do have like an answer reveal. That's not the answer note. That's the answer reveal. So I think I also want, if voice answer note, if there is a voice answer note, then we add the voice answer note there. Cool. I'm trying to make sure that I have all of the pieces that I need here, because as we think about this, right, I'm going to have to fill in some properties here. The background image is no longer going to be image URL, which we created up. Well, we created it somewhere else. We need these. We didn't grab them. So let's take those two. Answer intent. If we're inside here, then we need those. You guys will get to see just how often I hit Control S, by the way, too. Image URL no longer points to this, though. The image URL is going to be a property of the it's going to be a property of the question itself. So this is going to be session attributes. Okay, let's do it this way. This will just make things references easier. I had question.fields. Let's just set up a question, because I don't think we have question in here yet. Question equals, and this is going to be session attributes dot current question. I think that's right. If we look at our skill IO session attributes, we have a current question, and that's going to have all of the stuff. And so category ID, image, all that stuff that we need. So this, where'd it go? This is current question. Then I say question.fields.category. Great. Have that. Then category name I'm going to replace. I don't know that I really need the category name in that way, but we'll leave it for now. The image URL, though, is going to be something different. This is going to be question.fields dot image dot URL. Image 0 dot URL. Yeah, image 0 dot URL. Okay. Image 0 URL. That's my image URL. That's the background image that I want to use. And I'm going to have to rework a lot of these because I want them to fill the screen properly. Well, maybe they will fill the screen. We'll see. So background image is going to be image URL. Then we have our title. That's still going to be category name. Then we have our primary text. This is going to be answer screen text. That might be enough. That might just be enough. Let's see what that does. There's also the curious question. Oh yeah, if they gave a wrong answer or anything like that, we boot them out beforehand, right? I don't know what you're talking about. Wrong answers still get all this treatment. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's see if it actually works. That's always the question. All right, give me a science question.
I picked a tricky science question this time. Which Greek physician is known as the father of medicine?
So we get rid of this. Which Greek physician is known as the father of medicine? We can see that we have our category image and everything looks nice from yesterday. And we're going to say Tony Danza. That's the wrong answer.
It appears our trivia questions are better than our programmers.
What did I break?
Something just broke. I'm so sorry about that. You could start a quiz or ask for a question.
Malero, welcome.
What should I do?
I am building a Alexa skill, a voice experience, a trivia game for Alexa. So that is what this is. Cannot find module answer.json. What? Oh, yeah. Because I didn't create them. I wonder if I can just use the same one. That would actually be way handier. If instead of doing answer, what if I just say question? I mean, I'm sure at some point I may want to split these out, but what if I just do that and just use the same everything? What will happen? Give me a science question. Let's see what we get. So, Malera, we do a lot of software development on here. Lots of stuff for voice.
Science question for you.
And I'm glad you found us. But we are.
What substance do your ceruminous glands produce?
We're building stuff for Alexa. That's what we do. Write some code. We're building stuff for Alexa. Whoa. Write some code. Stop it. Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Update this.
What is your answer?
Cool. Okay, what is my answer? I don't even know what the question is yet. Hold on. Ceruminous glands. That's earwax. So let's say like mildew. I want to get it wrong. How about
honk? That answer is not correct. Earwax was the correct answer.
All right. Your wish is not a command.
You just unlocked 2 achievements. You completed your 5th trivia question.
awesome?
You completed your 5th achievement. What would you like to do now?
Okay, so the ceruminous glands, you can see I have a graphic there. These aren't going to work for me because they were built with different things in mind. But what I will have to do is come up with custom graphics that can fit these different shapes and sizes that make sense. But this is how I planned on these images working, is that they would kind of just be there. I'm not going to actually, well, I probably should put the answer on the screen, huh? Maybe instead, should I keep it science? What do you guys think? Should I keep the category name up here and then show you the answer here somewhere, but it'll be over top of the graphic? Or should I just make the answer where the category is? I think I like that better. So if I do title, if instead of category name, I could just take this and make it, I actually noticed the primary text didn't come through either. Oh, because answer screen text doesn't exist, of course. So let me take this. We're going to get rid of this entirely. We're not going to do that. I want a nice big graphic and then just a voiceover. And I'll put the answer at the very top, and that will be answer screen text. Maybe we don't need screen answer. What do I call it in the database? Do I call it Question. We have voice answer, but those are really written quite nicely. Maybe I could just use those. Maybe it's not voice answer. Maybe it's just answer. I'm going to get burned on that later. I know it. Yeah, Zella, I completely agree. I'm going to have to really rethink my graphics. One, to not be in the background, but two, like I'll have to change my APL to be more of a foreground graphic that sits below. And then I'm going to have to do it in a way that resizes nicely. I think where the question was should be where the answer goes. So make the question disappear and make the answer appear in the same place. So what you're suggesting is that if we go back to like here, sports question, what we see here.
I picked a tricky sports and games question this time. In a deck of playing cards, what card is sometimes known as the man with the axe? Be specific. I need the rank and the suit.
So the challenge here is that if I want to have rich graphical information, visual information to show you, I need a place to put that. And so my thought is I could put the answer up here, right? This would be a cool place to put the answer.
What is your answer?
And then I can use all of this space below for a graphic. But Zachman is thinking that the answer should in fact go here. And maybe leave the category alone. Maybe I don't use the graphics. I love the idea that there's like a custom answer graphic for every question. I'm torn on this. Torn. Because I could just leave it like this, right? Like the only thing that changes on the screen would be the question. Everything else stays exactly where it is. And I just modify the question to become the answer. Or I could leave the question and I could create a spot below where the answer goes. But I'm eliminating any possibility of being able to put a graphic on the screen, which would also be very cool. Love your thoughts on this. I'm not sure how to do this. I feel like for now, a good solution for me, if we go, let's come back in here to our tools. No, multimodal, visual, create. We can just get this layout back because it's just basically this one. I wonder if we could just modify this APL a little bit so that we have our container of text. I don't really need the scroll view. But what if I took a new text item, drop it below that? Ooh, I like the indenting though. Okay, so what if I do it here? Let's get rid of this one. Primary, so let's look at our data. What do we have in here for primary text? Is it stacking those? Shouldn't I see two of these? I have two of them sitting underneath each other. I feel like I should see two of them, and I don't see two of them. Where's that? Where is that? All right, so Zachman, I'm following your argument here. All right, maybe we don't do the graphic, which is okay. I'm okay with that. Where did my 2319 audio go?
2319! We have a 2319!
Taking your sweet time there, chatbot. All right, so if this is what we're going to do, then what I need is for a second text box to show up. What if I just take this text Where is that? Why isn't that showing up? Text style, but what if I just get rid of the style? Is it the style that's hurting me? I need to rip these out of the scroll view anyway. Interesting that that happened. Why? Zella, help me. What's happening here? I have a scroll view. The scroll view always takes the first element where the when condition is met. So it's the scroll view that's screwing me up, which is fine. I don't really need it. So let's take that to that. Cool. But now I need all of the other nice goodness that I had a second ago. So we're gonna create a new type of container here. This is broken. So broken. And we'll do an items. This is going to come back. Oh. Need one of these and one of those. Oh, and we're so close. So close. Well, I won't. I will limit my text to make sure that I don't need the scroll view. At least in individual things. I don't expect to have a ton of content here. Oh, thank you, Malero. I appreciate it. This is a fun place to work for sure. So the piece that I'm missing, if I come back to here, I can find it in my question. This scroll view has this stuff, and I feel like this is helpful. So if I bring that over here, can I do that? I can. But I lost my category name. Did I rip that out and not realize it? Alexa header. This goes here. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So what we can do now, stop it, is Control S is just my jam. These need to back up. These are good. This doesn't need to say hi, Jeff, now, though. This needs to say something else. So we have this primary text.text. So let's look at our text content data. Text content, primary text will have a secondary text property. Now we'll call it, we should actually change this up, question text. Question text and answer text. Stop it. Can't help it. Can't help but do it. And then so we have question text and answer text. Those up here need to change to question text. And this piece, well, yeah, this piece here needs to become answer text. And then I probably want to bold it. If I take the style off, that kind of gives me the look I'm going for, I think. Yeah. And then I also want to bump it down a little bit. So can I do something like this? Spacing large. Okay. That looks good. So this will be the format that we use instead, which means if I think about the stuff that I've just changed, I need to take this text content piece into my file. That's the data one. Text content becomes this. And then in my APL, I need to take this whole container and move it over to this. So instead of this scroll view, we're going to get rid of all of that and do this instead. What do you think? Think it's going to work? What do you think? I'm not sure. Let's see how this pops. This might actually be really cool because then the answer will just kind of appear below the question. Oh, we can answer this question. This is the king of spades. Could be the king of spades. King of diamonds. I was wrong. King of diamonds. See if I broke anything. Might have broken something.
Hip, hip, hooray! You got that one right.
I just
King of diamonds was
realized
the
I broke
correct answer.
it. But
all of the other kings hold swords. What should we do next? You can say, give me a random question, or start today's game.
we're on our way. Question data. We don't want it to be this. We want it instead. Oh, no. Doesn't really matter what it is right there. What we wanted to do was answer intent needs to change those. So now this needs to be question text. This also means that I broke my question intent. This is going to be question text is still going to be question.fields.screen question. And then we're going to have a answer text. And that's going to be voice answer. Back over here too and fix this property. Instead of primary text now, this is question text. All right, let's do another question and see if we got it. This works because you can have the image behind the text. I agree, but then they have to be more subtle. Like they can't have detail or text on them. Like I just think this makes it hard to read. So I'm going to have to really think about how I want to do this. And what I'm going to do is build myself templates for each of the screen sizes and just make the different variety of sizes. And then I'll go back and modify my APL to use the appropriate size for the appropriate screen and all that. Anyway, that is, let's try another question. Sports.
This is a fun
I just noticed my category name went away.
For you.
Ha, that needs to go away too.
In darts, how many points is the center bullseye worth?
Okay, so let's fix that. Question data. We should just cut these strings down to nothing.
Okay, what is your answer?
All right, and then in here, we're going to say it's worth, the center bullseye is worth 50.
Booyah! You got that one right.
See, that
The
looks
answer
cool
was
if I can
50.
do it right. Like that's a more vague kind of reference
You just
image.
achieved an achievement.
That looks
You
cool.
got your 5th correct answer. What would you like to do now?
But we're not putting our category name in there, so I need to look at that. So answer intent, we're not putting that. The answer screen text is no longer the thing I want there. I want it to now be category name again. Okay, let's try that one more time to see how this looks. Give me a science question this time. Let's see what we get.
This is a fun science question for you. What red supergiant star in the constellation Orion is a Hallman 1988 movie starring Michael Keaton, Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, and Winona Ryder?
So nothing should move. That should be the real key to this. Nothing should move. It's just that the answer should appear and a new image should show up behind it.
Kaboom! You got that one right. Beetlejuice was the correct answer. What should we do next?
But you can see
say,
how
give me a random question or start today's game.
you can see how I have to rethink my images though, because now they're going to be the background. This worked fine when it was a foreground image or the only thing I showed. But now that I'm showing the answer on the screen, which I think looks fantastic, I really appreciate your feedback, Zach Man and Zella. But now I have to rethink my images, which is fine. I'm happy to do that. But now I want something more vague. Like it might be interesting to have like Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice behind this. Maybe that's a more clever way to do this. I was trying to show the red supergiant star, but we could just as easily just show Beetlejuice because that's the answer. Let's do another one. I really want to make sure that things aren't moving. I feel like the layout should be exactly the same, and I'm putting all the same content in there, so it should stay the same. But let's. I'm sure there's something that Zella or one of the other experienced APL folks could share with me too. Is there a way for me to update an APL doc? Because technically this spot where the Beetlejuice is, that's already there in the APL document. All I really want to do is update that with the answer. So, well, no, because I'm updating the background too. So I think it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Give me a nature question. Let's see what we get this time.
Here's one from the nature category. What product made from trees and used in the wine industry comes mainly from Portugal?
We're going to say diapers. I know that's wrong, but it's nice to get a wrong answer once in a while. I tend to answer these all correctly.
Oh,
yeah, see, like that looks so good,
correct.
But it's not the right
Cork
size.
is the correct answer. Portugal produces about half the world output of commercial cork, and its exports over recent years have accounted for around 70% of world trade. What should we do next?
What do you guys think? Is that cool? I don't know that I need to update because I'm modifying it a little bit, and there's a good chance I'm going to end up making it completely different at some point. But this is pretty cool. We were able to get an answer in here pretty easily, and we modified a bunch of our APL. The execute commands directive. All right, so it's just a different directive. And I think I want at least right now, I want the flexibility to completely change out the APL document. So I'm going to leave it for now, but that's good to know that I can use execute commands to update APL on the fly. That's awesome. Okay, well, like I said, this is going to be a short one today. I just wanted to come in and get this answer stuff working, but this means now I've got to spend some time rethinking my graphics because like that cork one is beautiful, but it's the wrong size. And the Beetlejuice one doesn't work anymore because it has words on it. So I think this is going to look pretty cool. And I have access to lots of stock photography, so we'll make this happen. Okay, so I hate to cut a good stream short. We got 15 people watching. It's always good. Almost all of you are on Twitch. We've got one on Facebook, one on Twitter. Hi, Facebook and Twitter people. Thank you for being here. We've got good momentum. We've got people watching. Like all of it is good, but I have so much to do today. I got to go. So I'm glad we got to spend 45 minutes together. And I'll be back on Monday, and we'll put in a full 2 hours. We'll do it. So I'm looking forward to all of that. But I think we need to go raid somebody. So let's go see who's raidable. BeginBot. BeginBot it is today. The guy's out of his mind crazy. But I love watching him. So let's start a raid over to BeginBot and see what he's doing. So Trade Last, I'm glad you guys are here. Zachman, Zella, I really appreciate seeing all of you. And we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.